Hello and welcome to traders and investors, and I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. And we're starting with EURUSD currency pair. Jakub Novak presents.
Today, buying the euro is possible when the price reaches the level of 1.1716. with a target of growth toward the 1747. At 1747, you could plan to exit the market and also sell the euro in the opposite direction, aiming for a movement of 30-35 pips from the entry level. Euro growth today can only be expected after weak US data. Before buying, make sure that the MACD indicator is above the zero mark and just beginning to rise from it. You could also plan to buy the euro today in the event of two consecutive price tests of 1.1695, while the MACD indicator is in an oversold area. This will limit the pair's downward potential and lead to an upward market reversal. Growth toward the opposite levels of 1716 and 1747 can be expected. You could plan to sell the euro today after price reaches the 1.1695 level. The target will be 1649, where you could plan to exit the market and immediately buy in the opposite direction, expecting a movement of 20-25 points from the level. Pressure on the pair will return today if strong US data is released. Before selling, make sure that the MACD indicator is below the zero mark and just beginning to decline from it. You could also plan to sell the euro today in the event of two consecutive price tests of 1.1716, while the MACD indicator is in an overbought zone. This will limit the pair's upward potential and lead to a downward market reversal. A decline toward 1.1695 and 1649 level can be expected.
And we're starting with pound sterling dollar pair with Tin Leo.
On the hourly chart, the GBP/USD pair continued to fall on Tuesday and reached the support level of 35.13-35.26, which can be considered the lower boundary of the horizontal channel that has been forming over the past 2 weeks. Thus, a rebound from this zone will work in favor of the European currency and resume growth toward the corrective level of 61%, 1.3596, and the resistance level of 36.32, 36.14. Closing the pair below 35.13, 35.26 will indicate that the bears are going on the offensive with the first target of 1.3428, 34.37. The wave situation remains bullish. The loss completed upward wave broke through the previous peg, and the loss downward wave broke through the previous low by only a few points, and the sideways conditions. Geopolitics proved that bears will an almost complete advantage in the market for 2 months. Then the geopolitical backdrop changed and now supports the bulls to a greater extent. Currently, the truce between Iran and the United States, but the situation is shifting toward an escalation of the conflict and a prolonged confrontation. It will be difficult for bulls to launch attacks in the coming weeks, and the bulls trend will be reversed below the 35.13, 35.26.
That's all for today. See you online soon.